Welcome back to Brave Around the World, a podcast that brings together people from FTC from all around the world. We are Brave Bots, one of Romania's robotics team, and today me, Vanessa,
Oh, I'm Milia. Hi.
And I'm Justin.
are here to talk about different countries and to share points of view and experience in this community. Now, I am more than happy to welcome Everglow, one of the teams from Yasa Israel. They are the winning alliance captain, control award winners, and innovate award finalists from the 2022 season. We are more than happy to hear about your experience today. Hi, we are so happy to finally get in touch with you. Tell us a little about you and your team.
Hey, I'm Kobe. I'm the team captain for Everglow.
And I'm Guy. I'm programming lead for Everglow.
Our team is a high school team. We're comprised of teens ages 16 to 18. We had one mentor in the past. He temporarily left, so we're right now we're a mentorless team, as we were last year. Should I tell you about the bot now? Or,
Well, it's okay if that's your introduction. Now we are going to ask you a set of questions. Is that okay?
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna let Justin to ask you the first question.
How many members does your team has, and how is it organized in departments or anything like this?
Okay, we have around 18 members, and we're split into three groups. There's the mechanics team, which are 5 members. There's the programming team of 7 members, and the community team of 6 members. And each team has a leader. Guy leads the programmers. We have another leader for the mechanics and one for the community. And I coordinate between everyone.
That is
So that's how it's organized.
That's so cool. That's also the way we work here. We are also organizing departments, and each department has a department leader. So I see you have a beautiful team. And the next question is, what's the story behind your team's success?
Well, I would say that we could say that it's equally the bot itself. I mean, we're talking about last year, right? Because this year we haven't shown as much achievements yet. But last year it was half the bot, which was our secret was how simple it was. It's just a very simple bot. It had an arm that picked up the freight and then just placed it by flipping the arm. It was a really simple idea that we just perfected. And we had a program. Guy can explain more about what it had.
Yeah, in programming we had like a combination of a variety of ideas that also led us to both getting the control award and winning the finals. One of the most interesting ideas we had was actually the use of tracking the robot's acceleration in order to detect whether it bumped into a wall, which was very few teams did something similar to that, and actually helped us a lot to keep track of our position during the autonomous.
Okay, that is actually so cool. We are so happy to hear about it.
We have a policy at our school that everyone who wants to be a part of the team has the chance. We don't even students who only study arts and music, even they can join our group, and we have members who only study music. But we allow everyone to come in. We teach them if someone wants to be in the mechanics team, we teach them how to use the screwdriver and the drill, and if someone wants to be in the mechanic in the programming, then Guy taught everyone how to program in Java. And over time, if someone doesn't come to meetings, doesn't take the team seriously, or or if someone doesn't respect the team members, we place a lot of importance on the respect of each other. So if there's something that happens, then we can remove members. But we never told anyone, we never tell anyone that they can't be part of the team because they're not good enough or something.
Yeah, that is actually so important to respect everybody and include everybody in our community. Well, if you're wondering about our process of application, we actually have an exam at the start of each year, season actually. And based on the results of the exam, the children that pass the exam are more than welcome to join our team. But if they do not pass it, they can come in our team as a volunteer.
Okay, in the mechanics part of the bot, we spent almost a month just brainstorming ideas, thinking about what might work, what might not. We settled on the two ideas that we thought would be the best ideas, and we decided that we want to build prototypes for every idea, and we chose the one that was the best. And for the programming.
Programming was slightly similar but a bit different process. We once again had a couple of sorry.
Bless you.
We had a couple of meetings where we just thought of ideas of different things the code can do, have like different features we can use. Then we like divided those into like tangible tasks that can be accomplished, and then we split into many small teams where each team did a separate task. And then when the teams were done, and then like afterwards we like just stopped from all these things which sort of designed for programming work, which are a bit too ambitious or a bit not useful, and we just combined all the designs that worked into the code of the robot.
Okay, yeah, that is so cool. So now we are going to talk a little bit about the pieces on your robot, because we all know that today is really important to be sustainable and to help the environment. So the next question is, how many of the robot components are sustainable, recycled maybe?
Well, I'd say that anything that didn't come in a kit, like most of the bot is made from the standard Go Build a kit that we just bought last year and assembled it. The rest, almost all of it, is things we used that that already had a different use, so they're basically recycled. For example, we have a big the plate. I'd explain later how the bot is built, but we have one plate that came from a cardboard that we used in physics class. The walls of the bot are recycled whiteboards that went out of use. We also use a tubing wheel, which the tubes themselves, I actually don't know where we got them, but they came from an old car or something, I think.
Yeah, it's really good that you try to be sustainable, because we also are trying to be sustainable, and we use pieces from last season, so we can help the environment more.
Yes, I have a question for you too. What do you consider to be your greatest achievement?
Well, I would start with saying that we represented our country in the world competition in Houston last year. That was a big achievement. Other than that, also the control award, of course. But maybe the most important part is that everyone in the team took part in building our robot this year. With almost no help from outsiders, since we don't really have mentors right now. Everyone had to contribute some part. So there are, for example, each part of the bot was the responsibility of a certain member, and that member can say, I built this part, and in the code I assume it's the same.
Yes, programming, I would say also just the level of improvement of like many of the members in terms of programming was also, I would say, a pretty big achievement. Like there were like team members who had like some knowledge of programming, but really not that great of knowledge. And then over the season, not only did they like contribute and make a great robot, you can like clearly tell that they just know to program better, know how to use like better practices, know how to document code better. So that is also just a big achievement, just in addition to just like success in competitions and just improving the abilities of our team members.
Yeah, that is so cool. I'm really happy to hear about your achievements. But we all know that an achievement comes with difficulties. So the next question is, what were the difficulties that you faced through this achievement?
One of the biggest difficulties was the aspect of how the relations between the members were conducted. But there were cases of people treating each other with disrespect that we had to talk to the members and explain to them again how important it is to respect each other. It was very difficult that we had to go through that, but it's very important to the process of learning. And other than that, the aspect of time is very difficult. We started because we try to accept everyone from the entire school. That means that even the people who came this year, their first year, we could only start training them after the year started. So that meant that we entered the season a lot later than teams that started their initiation process in the summer or before that.
Yeah, we really appreciate that you try to include everybody in your team and to be really open to them about the FTC community. That's also one of the challenges we are facing right now because not everybody is free to come whenever at the construction of the robot, and it's really a difficulty throughout this season.
Yes, I want to ask you if you can tell us anything interesting or funny, a story from the competition.
Well, I think the funniest story I can say about the bot is that in the first scrimmage that we had, the first field day, we came to the competition and we didn't finish the bot in time for the competition, so we had to come to the competition and build the bot there. So when we finished the competition, of course we didn't score very well, but we looked back and said everyone probably thinks that we didn't understand what robotics competition means because we shouldn't come there to build the bot.
On the other hand, it was just a good time with like everyone working super concentrated, and we definitely improved our bot after that first scrimmage.
Yeah, I'm sure about that. Well, we also have some funny stories. For example, one time, right before the competition, we dropped the robot and we have to get it fixed really quickly because otherwise it would have been a disaster completely. Yeah. So let's get to the next question. How do you manage to balance robotics with your personal life? Because, like all we know, some people tend to ask us, well, if you go to the robotics every day, how do you manage to go to to parties or to get out with your friends? So how is this for you?
Well, it's tough. It's very tough. Uh, our school is a boarding school, so we actually sleep at the school every day. Uh, so we have a lot of time to work, and I feel like sometimes that it does come in place of socializing, but at the less at the times that are less urgent. If I know that there is a big party, then I will tell everyone not work today because they should have their fun. But yeah, I sometimes feel that working that much time is sad for everyone around us that doesn't see us enough. But we also feel inside of the group, everyone inside of the team is like we're like brothers to each other. So at least we aren't alone. We're together all of the time.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure that you have much more fun with the people from the FTC community rather than going to a party. Well, I'm gonna have Emilia to ask you the next question.
Yes. What impact do you have on the local community?
We have two roads that we go for the impact on our local community. We have first we go to elementary schools. We did it a couple times already. That we went to schools and it wasn't even about a robot. We just for example, we had one class that we showed to the young children about electric conductivity. We had like an electric circuit, and we told them to guess what conducts electricity, and we taught them about electrons and their movement. And so that's one way we try to keep in touch with the community around us. And also we try to help the other schools in our area to make their own FTC teams. We went to one school. It was the binational school for both Jewish and Arab students, and we went to another school which was I don't know the word for it in English, but it's a place where children who have children at risk go because they can't stay home. So we successfully convinced them to create an FTC team. So they're called the Ray Ladies right now. I think there's 22644, and that's I think the biggest impact we had. That's the thing I'm most proud of.
Well, that's really cool. Actually, I'm really happy that a lot of teams try to bring actually more teams in the FTC community, and it's really cool because the much the better. So now, Justin, you can have us.
Yes. What are your plans for the short term and the long term too?
Well, in the short term, we want to go to the competition, and we are aiming for the control award again. We're very proud of our programming team, and we are also aiming for the Innovate Award because we're also very proud of our robot. And in the long term, we're looking ahead for the next years. We want to be more active in getting in touch with the other teams in Jerusalem. We also want to try maybe even mentoring the younger FCC teams. We try to think about sustainability because our team doesn't rely on a mentor. I asked the school's principal what causes FTC teams to close in schools, and he answered that it was either that the mentor left the school or that it was too busy for the children and they couldn't handle it. So that's why our sustainability program is that we hand the responsibility to the next year's captain instead of keeping it with a mentor, because we don't know how long the mentor may stay. And we try to not overwork the children so they can at least keep their so it wouldn't hurt their grades. Guy, if you can add anything.
Yeah, I think just our long-term goals are just to ensure that, as Kobe said, that in the next many years we just pass on our knowledge and make sure that like we're still making robots for the like as many years to come, and of course making good robots too.
So you've mentioned early that you want to win the Innovate Award. Well, have you actually thought about having a Dean's List finalist or signing up for the Dean's List finalist award?
Uh, yeah, we signed up our mechanics team lead for the dean's list. I hope that she wins, but no, I really hope that she wins. I think she definitely deserves it. She's been in the FTC for, I think, before, not in the FTC, in the first community for 8 years now. It's very amazing in my eyes that someone can be so devoted to the program.
Yes, yeah, we have in our community a lot of devoted people for this program and for this challenge, and I really love to see that because I really think these are amazing people and they are doing such a great job. Yeah. So, Emilia, would you like to ask the next question?
Yes. What are your plans? No. Which FTC team have you never met before and you would like to meet in the future?
Well, what do you mean by met? Like talking at all, or meeting like team to team?
Like personally, team to team, face to face.
Uh, I would love for my team to meet team 12016 Mishmash from also from Israel. They have an amazing bot. Personally, I think that they they have a great chance to win the competition this year. Of course, we all want to win it, but I think that they're an amazing team, and I would love for my team to come and learn from them what how they made it so they're both so amazing.
Well, I really hope that you will meet them, maybe sooner or later. Well, these were all of our questions. Now, another question is, do you have any questions for us that you would like to know about us?
Yeah, I would love to ask what are you most proud about in your team?
Wait, sorry, can you repeat please because I didn't hear?
Yeah, what are you most proud of in your team?
Well, one of the most things that we are proud, well, is that we managed to teach a lot of new children about robotics because we have a lot of events where we go to, as you said, to children's schools and we teach them about the FTC community and how they can join us maybe when they grow up and to really spread awareness about the FTC community. And maybe other thing is that we respect each other and we have a really fun time here and we love what we do. Well, do you have
Yeah, do
another
you want to
question?
respond?
Yeah. What's just something interesting or unique about the design of your robot this year?
So this year we tried the tree design for the system that lifts up the cone, and the one that we are going to build right now, sometime in the near future, are the scissor mechanism. If you know about it, it's basically it's 3D printed parts. With the motor, and if you know like the uh, bicycle, the principle is basically the same. You rotate the motor and the parts 3D printed extends like a scissor, if you know. And the intake is something interesting. We talk about it. Well, is a gravital intake because there is only one motor that closes to catch the cone by the gravity, not horizontally but vertically, if you know.
Actually, that's very unique. In the competitions in Israel, I didn't see any team that makes the scissors device.
Well, I've just thought about the new question. Well, as you can see, we have here our team's mascot. It's a cactus. And my question for you is if you have a mascot as well in your team.
Uh, right now we don't. We thought about maybe an axolotl because uh, we when we thought of the team name Everglow, we had a debate if we want to call it Everglow or Purple Axolotl. So we settled on Everglow, but we thought maybe to keep the mascot of the axolotl.
That is so cool. Well, we've talked with other teams, actually so cool, and we thought about having a bear as well. And it's actually a team from Israel as well. And they said that the bear helps them build a robot and gives them really new ideas.
Okay, thank you for being with us. It was lovely to find out so many new things about you, and we are happy to have formed a friendship, a beautiful friendship with you. We really hope that you enjoyed this time with us, and we hope that we can collaborate again in the future. And maybe we can see each other face to face. Who knows?